YouTube, welcome back. Well, today we got another exciting unboxing. Lisa didn't think these were going to come this quick, but I had the faith, and sure enough, here they are. We had ordered some Bandit shocks. If you had seen our last video where we were upgrading our tires and wheels, I mentioned that we were doing a shock update as upgrade as well. And these are them. These are the Bandit level 4s. They're made specifically for the Polaris 950 inch. And it took about 3 weeks for them to go from order to my driveway. They arrived today. I'm pumped. I was recently on the website and it says that they're sold out, but those of you who are looking for a shock upgrade for your Trail 50, I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure that they'll be back in stock very soon. I would reach out to the customer support via email and have that conversation with them. They were pretty decent to work with. Most of our communication was done through email. Shannon, I believe, was her name, and she was pretty prompt with replies and answered our questions and whatnot. So we did a lot of research trying to figure out which shocks to get. We looked at the Elkas, we looked at Walker Racing, we looked at Fox, of course, because if you go to the Ultimate, they come with Fox. And then of course we looked at the Bandit, and talking to distributors, going on forums and Facebook groups, we slowly, one by one, whittled down and made the final decision for the Bandits. So without further ado, let's open this up. Okay, so the first thing we see comes with this little envelope here, and this is our product information. Please read all information, and a decal. So you guys who collect stickers, there you go, there's one for your roof. Now, one of the things we had talked with support about was we had heard about one of the important things to do with your shocks is to protect them from the dust and the rocks and the mud and whatnot, as we're flying through, our various trails and parks and stuff. They said that, the dust and the rocks and the dirty water and stuff will work away on the seals. It's like sandpaper in there and it's working it. And they said that one of the best things you could do for your shocks is to cover them. So we started doing some research about shock covers, the spring covers, and when I was talking with customer service, they said, well, I think we have some around and we'll just throw them in. So here they are. So I have a set of 4 to go on our shocks, and apparently these will really add life to your shocks. They keep the seals clean, they keep the dirt and whatnot out. So alright, this is my first actual viewing of these things. They are wrapped in bubble wrap. You saw that the paper that was on top. They are stacked 2 deep with another big layer of paper between the 2. And these are them. This is what they look like. These are level 4. They're totally adjustable. There we go. And each one of them is labeled as to where they go. So this is a front. So yeah, this is them. So hopefully this weekend, weather permitting, and I don't get called into work, we'll be putting these beauties on the razor. So in a click of a mouse, we'll be back out in the driveway with the razor and a handful of tools, and we'll be putting these bad boys on the machine. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to my garage. Well, today's going to be a shocking day! And today is the day that we finally put our Bandit shocks on the Polaris. So, without further ado, I've already jacked up the ATV. It is, I believe, a 15 mil socket for the lower bolt I'm going to assume the top is probably a 15 as well. I think what I'll do is I'll take out all 4 shocks and I'll set them out so that I have separated my fronts from my rears. Hopefully I'll know the difference too, and we'll get rolling on this. So be right back after we take these out. So these are 15 mil nuts and bolts that hold the current shocks on. I'm going to start with the most difficult one first, which is passenger rear. The reason why I say it's going to be the most difficult is because I'm not sure how the reservoir on the shock is going to clear and get in around the exhaust. So we're going to start with taking off the old one. We're going to do the whole passenger side first and then driver's side, just like we did the tires, so that we can kind of see the comparison as we go along. So you guys don't need to see me undo bolts. I'm sure you've seen bolts get loosened and taken off before. So I'll take it out. We'll do a side-by-side comparison on how the difference in length of the shocks look, and then I'll install the new one. So be right back in a click. Okay, so the bottom nut and bolt is out. Taking the top nut off. And out it comes. So these are the stock shocks. So let's set it down beside the replacement shock. You can see that they're going to be the exact same size. So this is going to be, whew, I'm out of breath. This is going to be a lot easier to put back on, because when you take all the weight off that rear wheel, the distance from the bottom bracket to the top bracket is pretty much exactly the length of your shock. So we'll be able to get the top in, fit the bottom in, tighten things up, boom, it'll be done. Like I said, the question will be is how much trouble am I going to have getting around that exhaust pipe. I'm praying, seeing how it's Sunday, it's a good day to pray, that it won't be that big of a deal. So I'll check back with you in half a second after I get it in place, and I'll tell you how it went. My concern on the passenger rear, if you come down here with the camera, Elise, is up here is the shock bracket. This is where the top part of the shock goes. The shock is going to sit out like this. My concern is the exhaust right here with the connection. So I've kind of worried about this all along, but let's see what happens. I'll start the bolt. Come on. Oh, that's tight. Look how close that is, but look at that, it fits right in. Oh, and the bottom lines up perfectly. This is going to be such an easy install. These guys at Bandit obviously really know what they're doing. So I'm just going to get this nut on. This nut is going to get the nut on, as nutty as that sounds. There we go.
So
okay, so that's not going to fall. So now I can fight with these 2 washers and the other nut and bolt.
when we put this down, is this now going to hit this?
No, because the movement is down here.
Okay.
This is where your movement is. It's not up here. This part of the shock is pretty much stationary.
Okay.
This is attached right underneath where it bolts onto the top. So there's no movement in this part of the spring. You got your primary and your secondary springs here. This is where your movement takes place. This is completely stationary.
Okay. That's not what I was asking, but okay.
Oh, well, what were you asking?
Well, when you put this down, take it off at the jacks, is this right here going to hit this now?
No, that's what I'm saying. This part is stationary. This part will not move.
Okay.
The movement will be down here.
No, I didn't mean that it'll move. I just meant when
It won't hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't hit. Okay.
We were in a completely different zone.
Well, you know, you're a guy, I'm a girl. That happens.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I think probably the best way to do, lift this up, start the bolt, except when you lift it up you can't see the bolt hole. There we go. Get that first washer on, drop the bolt, and start over again.
Yay, you.
And then drop the nut, the washer. You know, a smart person probably take a little tiny little piece of tape, tape that in place so it can't move. I am so glad that I am not that said person. Or another smart thing a smart person would do is use a pair of needle nose pliers to hold it in place. Again, I am so happy I'm not that kind of person that would think about these smart things. Instead, I'll challenge Einstein and do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Well, no, now it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's personal.
It's personal. You're gonna get it on whether it likes it or not.
Let's get it on. You dog sniffing, you know what? Actually, the biggest challenge of this whole part right now is to ignore how much my knee hurts. That's gotta be like, there we go. Bingo, aisle 4. All right, so I'm gonna tighten these up and then we'll move on to the front. All right, so we got the front one off now. And as you can see, I got it sitting beside one of the front Bandits. Again, it's pretty simple. There's 2 bolts, one on the bottom, one on the top. There's a power cord you got to be careful of, so when you're trying to tap the bolt out, the red power wire kind of gets in the way. But again, they're the same size. So the rear shocks were 18, the front were 16, and so I'm going to cut these 2 tabs off. Find the nut I lost, because you know I can't do any work without losing my nuts, and we'll get this sucker installed. So 1 click away and we'll be right back. All right, so a little pointer. Take the cover off. It sheds all kinds of light into the front and you can see what you're doing. and don't drop the nut. We just spent 15-20 minutes looking for it. So again, I'm just going to tentatively set the bottom in place, reach up. This is getting hard to do. My arms are getting tired because I'm old and weak.
You need monkey arms.
I need monkey arms. I need bandit arms. All right, so the top one, the nut is in place, bolt is in, and it's finger tight. And now we'll do the bottom. What we did, I don't know if I said this before, what we did is we lowered this thing just a tickle so that the shock lined up with the holes. I'm gonna try that again this time. How are we doing there? Is that pretty close?
It's close, but not quite there.
How about now? So close.
No, so close,
So
but
close.
yet so far.
How's that?
No.
Here, one more tap. How does it look?
One more. Oh, now it's not moving. Oh, wait. A little bit more. Another tap. Okay, that might be it.
Okay, you got the washers?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't smart enough to get needle nose pliers, so I'm back being the dumb, stubborn guy that I am. Thank God for consistency. Let's see how I do.
Okay, dumb, stubborn guy.
Well, not only that, but old man with old eyes, so when I get close like this, everything's blurry.
Why didn't you put on your glasses?
I'm stubborn.
Okay.
Well, the first one went on good.
Oh, now we're going to have to look for that washer for 2 hours. Oh, there we go. Push it in, baby. Push it in.
Okay, this is a PG channel, boo-boo.
I meant the bolt. Where's your mind?
Yeah, I think I got it. I think so.
I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah, it got me through my 18 years of schooling. I think I can. I think I can. Come on. These guys with their fancy wrenches. I'm old school. I got wrenches. Manual wrenches. Skinned knuckles. Broken fingernails. And DeWalt tools. There we go. Where's the nut?
Let's not lose the nut.
At my age, they're no good anyways.
This is a G-rated channel.
All right, so I'll finish tightening this up, and we'll see you on the other side of the ATV. All right, and I had loosened this one off from the top, but on the driver's side, there's a wiring harness, and it was kind of in my way, so I figured I'd just go back to doing it from underneath.
Didn't we have something on the other side too?
Yeah, it's just one hot wire, but this side there's like a whole wiring thing going on.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I got that loose enough already.
Well, I can't really see up in there.
You can probably see from the top if we tried.
You think? Oh, yeah.
So happy our dogs are giving a running commentary as well.
Yeah. We're just making sure we're not going to be attacked.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You never know when a robin is going to swoop down and create holy mayhem on us.
I don't know. You never know. Those robins can be mean.
Oh, come on.
You don't want to come out?
Holy jumping jackrabbits. I mean, like, you're right there.
Let's not drop the bolt again. You want me to take it? Oh, there we go. That's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we just need to get the bottom.
It's going to be like 2 more seconds.
1, 2. It was the top bolt you dropped last time. Oh, you were showing me that you got in your seconds. Okay. All right.
All right. Out with the olds, even though it's only 30 miles old. We got our skizzers over here. And my coffee, precious, precious coffee. Good, I got this one on tight. All right, well, we got all 4 corners done now. Whew, that was a fair bit of work for an old man. But, you know, they went on quite easily. You know, we did have a little bit of troubles with one. That was because I dropped the nut and we couldn't find it. So, but at least if you want to walk around and you can show people how they look. We had, it looks like we're up an easy 2 inches, but you know, we haven't driven it yet. Last time we had measured right off of my skid plate. Again, this isn't going to be completely accurate because we haven't driven it, so the shocks haven't set yet, but on our previous video when we put on the new tires. So we're sitting at 14 inches now.
Wow.
So I would imagine it's going to come down at least half an inch, if not an inch. So I'm going to take it for a little spin up the road, let the tires bounce a couple times, and we'll see how it looks then. We can repeat that measurement.
Are you just going to measure in the front? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How did they feel?
Stiff.
Oh.
But you know what? I expected that, because when we called into Bandit, they ask you a couple questions, and one of them is, how much weight do you carry with you? And I'd rather go high. Not that, you know, I'm not still at my high school weight, but I said 600 pounds because of the two of us, spare tire, towing straps, a jack, blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, heck, even my ham sandwich alone, I mean, that has to weigh about 5 frickin' pounds. So anyway, so I said hi because I actually wanted a bit of a stiffer ride, because not only that, but as you know, if you follow my channel, we plow with this thing as well. So, you know, there's another, you know, 80 pounds coming off the front, hooking onto these hooks is probably up more towards, you know, 150. So I wanted a stiffer ride.
So are you going to measure?
Yeah, just gotta find my tape measure.
You lost a tape measure.
A foot.
So
we went up an inch.
So what is our total inches?
A foot.
Oh,
So
okay, so we're 12 inches.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're 12 inches. So when we started this process, before the tires, we were at 9. We added the tires, we went to 11. Now we've added the shocks, we've gone, well, it's actually a little over 12. So, I mean, that's going to give us a lot more ground clearance than, I mean, that's 3 additional inches. That's a lot of rocks that will clear as opposed to scrape over. So I'm happy with that. After we've done a few rides, I'll do a follow-up video on what we think of the tires as far as traction goes, durability, puncture resistiveness, and we'll talk more about the Bandit shocks, about how they performed in a real-world scenario. We still have the covers to put on the coilovers. We don't need to really bore you with that. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward thing. They have Velcro. And so basically all you do is you undo them and you wrap them over your coils to protect them from rocks, mud, so on and so forth. You know, so approximate appearance, you know, and I'm just doing this super quick so that you guys get an idea. You don't need to waste your whole day. Is they'll look something like that.
I like them.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for watching. If you haven't done already, please like and subscribe. You know, we hope to get more videos out soon. And again, thank you for watching Mudhawk. Have a great day.